do count the clock that tells the time, and see the brave day sunk into hideous night, when I behold the violet of past prime, in sable curls, all silver o'er with white, when lofty trees I see barren of leaves, which urged from heat did canopy the herd, and summer's green all glitted up in sleeves, borne on the bier of the white and bristly beard. Then of thy beauty I do question make, that thou amongst the waste of time must go, since sweets and beauties do themselves forsake, and die as fast as they see others grow. And nothing against time's scathe can make defence, save breed, to brave him when he takes thee hence.
Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. Rough winds do shake the darling buds of May, and summer's leaf hath all too short a date. Sometimes too hot the eye of heaven shines, and often is cold complexion dimmed, and every fair from fair sometimes declines by chance, or nature's changing course untrimmed. But thy eternal summer shall not fade, nor lose possession of the fair thou own'st, nor shall death drag thou wanderest in his shade, when in eternal lines to time thou growest. So long as men can breathe and eyes can see, so long lives this, and this gives life to thee.
Devouring time, blunt the lion's paws, and make the earth devour her own sweet brood. Pluck the keen teeth from the fierce tiger's jaws, and burn the long-lived phoenix in her blood. Make glad and sorry seasons as thou feelest, and do whatever thou wilt, swift-footed time, to the wide world and all her fading sweets. But I do forbid thee one most hideous crime. O carve not with thine hours my love's fair brow, nor draw lines with thine antique pen. Him in thy course untainted do allow, for beauty's pattern to succeeding men. And do thy worst, old time, despite thy wrong, my love shall in my verses ever live young. Weary with toil, I haste me to my bed. The day repose for my limbs with travel tired. But then begins a journey in my head, to work my mind when my body's work expired. Then on my thoughts, far from where I abide, intend a zealous pilgrimage to thee, and keep my drooping eyelids open wide, looking on the darkness which the blind do see, save that of my soul's imaginary sight presents thy shadow to my sightless view, which, like a jewel hung in the ghastly night, makes black night beauteous and her old face new. Lo, thus by day my limbs, by night my mind, for thee and for myself no quiet find. How can I return in happy plight, that I'm debarred the benefit of rest, when day's oppression is not eased by night, but day by night and night by day oppressed, in each though enemies of either reign, do consent to shake hands to torture me, the one by toil, the other to complain, how far I toil, still farther off from thee. I tell the day, to please him thou art bright, and dost him grace when clouds do blot the heaven. So I flatter this sport complex night, when sparkling stars pour not the glitters in the even. But day doth daily draw my sorrows longer, and night doth nightly make my griefs seem stronger. disgrace with fortune and men's eyes, I alone beweep my outcast state, and trouble doth heaven with my bootless cries. I look upon myself and curse my fate, wishing me like to one more rich in hope, featured like him with friends possessed, desiring this man's art and that man's scope, would I most enjoy contented least. Yet in these thoughts myself almost despising, happily I think on thee, and in my state, late to the lark, the break of day arising from sullen earth, sings hymns at heaven's gate. For thy sweet love remember such wealth brings, that I'd scorn to change my state with kings. Full many a glorious morning I have seen flatter mountain-topped the sovereign eye, kissing golden face the meadows green, flitting pale streams the heavenly alchemy. Anon permit the basest clouds to ride with ugly wrack on his celestial face, and from the forlorn world his visions hide, stealing unseen to west with this disgrace. Even so my sun, when early morning did shine with all triumphant splendor on my brow, but out, alack, he was but 1 hour mine. The region cloud hath masked him from me now. Yet him for this my love no wilt disdaineth, so the world may stain when heaven's sun staineth.
Where art thou, Muse? Did thou forget us so long to speak of that which gives thee all thy might? Spendest thou thy fury on some worthless song, darkening thy power till in base subjects light? Return, forgetful Muse, and straight redeem in gentle numbers time so idly spent. Sing to the ear that doth thy late esteem, and give thy pen both skill and argument. Rise, resting Muse, my love's sweet face survey. If time hath wrinkles graven there, if any be a satire to decay, may time spoils despised everywhere. Give my love fame faster than time wastes life, so thou preventest his scythe and crooked knife.
Since I left you, my eye is in my mind, and that which governs me to go doth part his function and is partly blind, seems seeing, but effectively is out. For it no form delivers to the heart of bird, of flower, or shape which it doth latch. Of his quick objects hath the mind no part, nor his vision holds what it doth catch. For it sees the rudest or generalest sight, the most sweet favour, or deformest creature, the mountain, or the sea, the day or night, the crow or dove. It shapes them to your feature. Capable of more, replete with you, my most true mind maketh my eye untrue. Or whether doth my mind, being crowded with you, drink up this monarch's plague, this flattering, or whether shall I say my eye saith true, and that your love taught it this alchemy, to make of monsters and things in jest such cared beings as your sweet self resemble, creating every bad perfect best, as fast as objects to his beam assemble? Oh, 'tis the first, 'tis flattery in my seeing, and my great mind most kindly drinks it up. My eye well knows what his gut is greeting, and to his palate doth prepare the cup. If it be poison, 'tis the lesser sin, and my eye loves it, and it doth first begin. 'Tis better to be vile than vile esteemed, when not to be received the reproach of being, and the just pleasure lost, which is so deemed not by our feelings, but by others' seeing. For why should others' false adulterate eyes give salvation to my sportive blood? Or on my frailties why are frailer spies, which in their will counts bad what I think good? No, I am that I am, and they that level up my abuses reckon up their own. I may be straight, though they themselves be beveled. By their rank thoughts my deeds must not be shown. Unless this general evil they maintain, all men are bad, and in their badness reign. O thou, my lovely boy, who in thy power dost hold time's fickle glass, his sickle hour, who hast by waning grown, and therein showest thy lover's withering, as thy sweet self growest. If nature, sovereign mistress, overwracked, it goest onward still will pluck thee back. She keeps thee to this purpose, that's her skill. May time disgrace and wretched minutes kill. Yet fear her, O thou minion of her pleasure. She may detain, but still not keep, her treasure. Her ought, though delayed, answer must be, and her quietus is to render thee. The expense of spirit and the waste of shame is lust in action, and till action lust is purged, murderous, bloody, full of blame, savage, extreme, rude, cruel, not to trust, enjoyed no sooner but despised straight, best reason haunted, and no sooner had, best reason hated. So swallowed Pete on purpose laid to make the taker mad, mad in pursuit of possession, so had, having, and in a quest to have, extreme, a bliss in proof, and proved a very woe. Before a joy proposed behind a dream, and all this the world well knows, yet none knows well, to shun the heaven that lead men to this hell. My mistress' eyes are nothing like the sun. Coral is far more red than her lips red. Snow be white, why then her breasts are dun. Hair be wires, black wires grow on her head. I have seen the roses of damask, red and white, but no such roses see I in her cheeks. And in some perfumes is there more delight than in the breath from my mistress reeks. I love to hear her speak. Yet well I know that music hath a far more pleasing sound. I grant I've never saw a goddess go. My mistress when she treads walks on the ground. And yet by heaven I think my love is rare, as any she belied with false compare. Those lips that love's own hand did make breathe forth a sound that said, I hate, to me that languished for her sake. But when she saw my woeful state, straight from her heart did mercy come, chiding that tongue that ever sweet was used in giving a gentle doom. Taught it thus anew to greet, I hate she altered with an end that followed as a gentle day doth follow night, like a friend from heaven to hell is flown away. I hate, from hate away she threw and saved my life, saying, not you,